Hello, and welcome to Hatari Defense's 3-minute primer on international relations. I've started the timer. Let's see if we can get it done to 3 minutes. My idea is that we can get it done within the same amount as a pop song. I can give you guys just some basic information about international relations in today's complex and very dynamic and fluid environment politically outside of our borders. So we're going to go over three basic schools of thought: realism, liberalism, and idealism, also known as constructivism. Underneath the current Westphalian or anarchic international governing system. So we are living in anarchy. There's no one government that covers the globe. It's, we all operate as different nation states. And there's some hegemonies and hegemonic stability theory. We can go in that to another episode. But let's talk about realism. So realism is an idea that everyone's endangered, and the only thing that can keep us safe is sovereign state security. There's classical realism and neorealism. Neorealism is kind of happening now. Classical realism, Thucydides, Machiavelli, who wrote The Prince, great book for insight into realism. Thomas Hobbes, he's an English scholar. Basically, pessimistic view of human nature. The idea that international relations is conflictual in nature, and that only wars can solve problems. And an ultra high regard for national security and state interest. And so practitioners of that would be like Henry Kissinger, Otto von Bismarck, if you want to dig into your history books, and then Donald Trump most recently. And then, so liberalism, not to be confused, like I said, it's not left-wing liberalism. It's basically school of thought where it's a total sum game. We're all in this together. It's kind of a byproduct of globalism. We all have to work together. The Cold War is not the old Cold War. We all have to work together. Positive view of human nature, conviction that international relations can be cooperative rather than conflictual, and a general belief in progress. And there's some schools of thought underneath that. We don't have enough time to get into it. Practitioners of this would be guys like Woodrow Wilson, Kofi Annan, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. There's some others. And then the last one we're going to talk about, I've got a little bit of time, is idealism or constructivism. And it posits that national interests are socially constructed and that we all live in a world that we've constructed, and that people, not things, are the driving factors in international relations. So for instance, an example of this would be, what's more dangerous, 500 nuclear weapons owned by England or 5 nuclear weapons owned by North Korea? It's not the number of weapons, it's how the actors think about each other, right? So it's based on ideologies, normative beliefs, policy beliefs, like national interest. And national interest, that's a great example. It can be made to whatever you want, whatever the person is in charge thinks. That's the national interest for the entire nation, right? So it can be kind of a difficult situation. Practitioners of this would be people like Mahatma Gandhi, and idealists, right? Strangely enough, you could put Osama bin Laden in this category. Very, very ideological driven. So, anyways, realism, liberalism, and idealism. And you can see where those general 3 schools of thought are fitting into the world today as nations interact with each other. Pick a country next time you watch the news, and in your mind, think about which one of those it falls under. So we're right at 4 minutes, so we're going to call it a day. And I hope this was helpful. I'm going to put references in the comments below. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a question. I'll be happy to answer them and go in more into depth. And we'll call that good. Thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful. We'll see you.